Bless up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. I am here. Sorry for my tardiness, but I was looking a bit out of sorts. So, this is my brand. I can't come on here just looking any old way. I got to, grease up with the shea butter. Coach Malachi, don't say nothing. I've been a shea butter brother for many decades now. So I had to grease up the bed, make me look good. I had to get the shea butter on the face. It takes a long time. It don't take much to beautify beauty, but I had to come on looking proper because this, after all, is my brand and your experience. You understand? So I'm not one of them brothers who's gonna come on here just looking any old way because, well, hey, it's just a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's my brand. It's what I do, and it's who I am. That being said, welcome to Troy Graham Experience, Daddy's Lounge, episode number 24. Or was it 25? I think this was 25. I, hey, hey, I'm human. I forget things. But let me make sure the Bluetooth is off. 1 second, people. Hold on. Yeah, hopefully everybody, it is off. It's off. Okay. Close. Open. All right. I'm back, people. I'm back. So today I heard a beautiful sister having a discussion, and she said her name is Tahaji P. Henson. That woman is for you, just beautiful in so many ways. So she said, you grown. You can't keep going around blaming other people for your pain. You heard me? You can't. You can't keep. I found a quarter on the floor. Don't say nothing. Can't keep blaming everybody for your pain. Okay? You ain't Edak Hang. You can't keep blaming everybody for your pain. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this. Okay, enough. But you can't keep blaming everybody for your pain. Where can I start with that? Where can I? Start with your heart. Tell the truth. How many times have you've been at fault for something? You, not me, but you. Or I am you and you are me. You know how the deal is. How many times have you been in pain, but you're like, man, if so and so didn't do that and so and so didn't do this, I wouldn't be in this predicament. Really? That's what you believe? Is that what you believe? Stop it. That's like all the cats are locked up saying if them cops didn't arrest me, I wouldn't be in jail. No, that's not why. If you're guilty, if you're guilty of doing the crime, then you wouldn't be getting caught by the cops who put you in jail. So why did they? I mean, why did you go into the bank with the mask and the shotgun when you could just hack the bank? Whoops, you didn't hear me say that. Hey, Mr. Producer, I want you to delete that. Okay? Yeah, go ahead and delete that. Yeah, okay, go ahead. So that being said, how many times you had this conversation with your children and they'd be like, "Well, I don't know." Their favorite term is "I don't know." They could be from the age 5 or 3 all the way to 30. I don't know. What do you mean the hell you don't know? That don't fly no more. You in your 20s. What do you mean you don't know? You in your 30s. For those of us who have adult children, I mean, what do you mean? As teenagers are worse. That's their favorite word. Why'd you get drunk and get behind the wheel? I don't know. Why you steal my car? I don't know. Why you coming this late at night? I don't know. Seriously? Box your plenty of head bark man. Box the head bark for that. Fire for that. I don't know. Have a reason, or I'll sentence you to emotional treason. And it won't be pleasing, you know? So much dust come up from all your false talk, you got me sneezing. See? A little wordplay for you. Stop blaming others for your own pain. The best way to get over pain is to look in the get a mirror look into the face of it and say, let's deal with it. You say, but that's hard. It is hard until you walk, until you start that walk. If you never start that walk, guess what happens? You never gonna get there. You have to first, let's not play around. We all have been there. The first thing you have to do with that pain is you have to honor it and say, I have to release you because you're holding me in place. You're holding me in place. I go to work, everything is every when I wake up, everything's everybody's fault. You don't say thank you, Lord. It's just like, damn, it's another day. When you go to work, damn, it's a long ass 8 hours. You're not saying thank you. I get to pay my bills. I have a little bit left over, but you're blaming. Knock it off. Okay? Knock it off. Okay? That's the first step to dealing with pain. You face it. And once you're able to face it, you slowly start pulling up that spiritual anchor that has held you in place all this time. You just crank that joint up slowly. It's heavy now. You're gonna get halfway and want to drop that joint back down, right? Because you say I can't deal with it. But that's the thing. You were given all the strength to deal with it. You just have to believe that you can and stop resisting because you're afraid to deal with what comes next. Healing is hard for some people because it's not light, it's heavy, especially when healing starts with you facing yourself and saying, "Okay, demon, face, I'm ready to face you now." And the face looking back at that demon you're trying to face is you. Mm. Hmm? That demon you're trying to face is you. You. And you're like, man, this can't be right. I mean, what about the time when so and so did this? It wasn't my fault that, but you went with him. No one told you to drive him to the bank or anything. I mean, you know his or her character, so you know they don't have an account at that bank. So why you take them there? All the way out in the county, outside the city where they live, and then left the car running, and you like, why you going in this bank? I'm just going for why? Sitting up in jail now. You to blame for that. Hmm? You driving a stolen car, then you wonder, and then somebody calls and dimes on you, and you try to run away from the police instead of just pulling over. Hmm? Whose fault is that? You went all the way to another city and did some things, but you won't blame everybody else. Or better yet, you cheated on your spouse, whether it be man or woman, and then you're gonna be like, man, my marriage is over. Yeah, your marriage was over once you laid down with another, because you didn't just cheat on your wife and your children, but you lied to God. Didn't see that coming, did you? Hold on a second. I gotta turn on this fan because it's a bit toasty. It's not. It's just warm. So I'm gonna turn on the fan real quick. If it's too loud, you let me know. And yes, nosy people, I'm in my bedroom studio. Bars. That's Counterpunch right there. Y'all thank Counterpunch for me constantly saying that mess. So yeah, I'm a little lively today. I didn't get no damn sleep. I've been up since 3 p.m., 3 a.m. I didn't get no sleep, but I'm feeling good. And I made 16 wings today, whole wings. I only ate four. I put six in the freezer. So that's 10, right? So I said, well, really, let's say I ate five. So I put six in the freezer and I got four left for tomorrow, five left for tomorrow. Right? That's the way it's gonna be. I'm going on the trip, soon, so I'm taking the six with me on the trip. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a story about me. Me. So a lot of times I was the one that would leap without looking when I was much younger. As a young man, I'm invincible. I can do anything. I would look without leaping, and a lot of times that caused me a lot of broken bones, a lot of pain, uh, just a lot of irritants because I didn't stop to analyze things. Well, I was young and spontaneous, and I thought I would heal from anything. The first time I broke my leg, I tried to get up and walk. A car almost hit me because I fell in the street while the light was green, and he came this close to my damn face. I was 9 years old. Right? Second time I broke my leg, which was 8 years later, grandmother told me, turn on that boogie yaga music. Man, I want to hear the boogie yaga, boogie yaga. So I turned it down a little bit, but I was in there doing the George Jefferson, y'all. Just doing my thing, dancing. My body went this way, my leg went that way, and it like a number two pencil. I blamed the carpet and my socks because I could dance. So it wasn't my fault. It was the carpet and the socks. Like, if you ever watched that movie with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, or Tom Cruise the hitman, Jamie the cab driver that he holding captive. So Jamie parks back in the hotel. Tom Cruise says, "I'll be right out. Just keep the meter running." And he next thing you know, he kills his target, and the dude falls off the roof and lands on the roof of Jamie's cab. And Jamie's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He comes back in like nothing happened. He's like, don't you get back in my cab? You killed that man. Tom Cruise said, no, I didn't kill him. It was the bullets and the fall that killed him. The bullets and the fall, like the bullets magically came out of a gun from somewhere, and the man just decided to fall off the roof on his own. See, that's Tom Cruise. That's the character. Very smoothly, not taking uh, ownership of his own freaking pain. I'm gonna use that line on somebody. Let's hope to God I never have to use that line. Scratch that out, Mr. Producer. Scratch that line out, right? So yeah, but that's just all. I mean, y'all saw The Color Purple. I hate that movie to this day. I cannot. I don't even know why I watched it the first time. Miss, what's his brother name from Miss Lethal Weapon? What's his name again? Danny Glover. His character was just ridiculous. He blamed everybody for what he was doing but himself. He was slapping her around with his hands. His hands. Bow, 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 bow. But he blamed everybody else. Oh, my father, my distant. Man, shut up. Shut up. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody. You do run, run, run. You do run, run. Just stop running. I mean, hell, you. I'm not taking myself out of that light. I've been in. I've done things where I didn't take ownership for it when I was younger. I think we all have, you know. But you live and you live, you learn, and you move on. But if you want to stay anchored in place, don't deal with your pain. If you want to grow and walk on the path that the good Lord gave you, just slowly just start speaking truth, and that pain will slowly go away. Yes, Lord, this I know I caused this, but I'm asking for forgiveness. And yes, Lord, I'm learning how to slow down some and mind my ways. And then just say, I'm a man of many. You get it without me trying to talk sing to you, right? Talk sing to you. But you get what you get what I'm putting down, right? Well, all right. So you just have to face it. I mean, don't run from it. Don't do that. Don't run, because the longer you run, the longer you'll stay anchored in place. So please don't run. I do run, run, run. I do run, run. Don't run. Just like people have fears, you got to face them, or they're gonna beat you up every day. You won't be able to close your eyes. You'll never be able to hit REM sleep. You have to get a CPAP machine. I know somebody does that, by the way. Uh, but all of that, you don't want all that. I had one of the machines. I used to go to bed at night with a CPAP on my face. I don't snore no more, and I can lay flat on my back. I turned that thing in 2015, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like, I can point it to my children, man. My son used to get bullied, my oldest son, because, he's artistic, so one kid at school bullying him. And so he said, "But Daddy, I have nightmares and stuff." About what they do in the class? You want me coming up to the school to talk to them? No, no, no. I said, "What? You have nightmares about this, Bama?" So he said, "Yeah, I don't really want to go to sleep." He was young then. I said, "Okay, I tell you what you're gonna do. Who's your favorite superhero?" He named the Black Panther, Superman, Blue Marvel, and then he said me. I was like, way down the line, but everything is fine. But anyway, I said, "Okay, I tell you what you do. Take me into your dreams with you, and I'll stand up for you. But in real life, you got to stand up for your damn self. Just take me in your dreams, and believe me when I say no nightmare's gonna bother you because your daddy got skills. See, skills with the hands. Okay, he got some skills. But take me with you, and I'll defend you. Only in your dreams, not in real life. That's something you have to learn how to do. Can't fight your battles." So he took me in his dreams. He woke up. He was like, "Daddy, that's one. I slept good." I said, "You did? What happened?" "You beat everybody up." "I did? Everybody?" He said, "Yeah, everybody." I said, "I ain't meet no fine mamas in your dreams." Like, "Daddy, I'm only 9. But there's no fine mamas in your dream, boy? You just had me in there beating people up? What's wrong with you? Your daddy a lover and a part-time fighter." It's like, "All right, Daddy, I'm gonna go get ready for school." "You should. You got your breath is, oh man." She's like, "Stop it. You're not funny. You just do stuff. You're just not funny, Daddy. I don't care if I'm not." What? Yeah, y'all don't tease your children. I'm the only one that teases their children. I don't believe that. Stop lying. Stop lying, you damn it. Yeah, I know you tease your children. Sure. If you love them, you tease them. But that's I just had to make him face. So anyway, back to my son getting bullied in school. So a couple of weeks later, get a call from the teacher. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm calling you about your son, Mark." I almost said his name. "Calling you about your son." And I said, "What's up?" She said, "Oh yeah, I don't want you to get mad at him because I wasn't mad at him when he did it. Because the boy that he did it to deserved it." So he said, "My son was getting bullied by the boy and he couldn't take it no more, and he stabbed him in the hand with a pencil. And the dude flipped out, just threw himself on the floor. Like, 'Oh my God, I'm telling my father.'" I said, "Okay, get your punk daddy." That's what I said in my house, right? So I go up there the next day because father wanted to meet me and all that. Son hand all bandaged up like something he was all hurt. And so when I get up there, is one of my friends. I didn't. I just moved around there. I just getting to know the brother, Jr. Right? Just call him Short. Just call him so Short, son. So I said, "Short, you the father I'm supposed to meet?" He said, "Your son is the one that stuck my son in the hand with a pencil." I said, "Damn right, he was." He said, "No, he was bullying your son, wasn't he?" He didn't even let me finish. He took ownership of it real quick. He said, "Come over here." What? Apologized to his son. Apologized. He got me up here ready to fight and stuff. He came up there. Short could fight. So, hey, I didn't want the smoke, but I would have gave him the best I had. But he could fight. So, I should tell a better story. I should just say that I could whoop him. And that'll make the story sound better. But the truth is the truth. The man could fight. Anyway, so he made his son apologize, right? And he said, "Yeah, man, this dude likes to bully people who think are weaker than him. I understand now why the dude stuck him in the hand with a pencil. He wasn't really trying to hurt him. He just wanted to leave him alone because the cut is not really deep. It's just enough to cause a little blood in his hand. But he wasn't hurt. Your son has a good heart. Yeah, just like his daddy. He's like, usual. He's like, Graham, you need to stop all that bullshit. You know how you are when you get upset. No one can tell you nothing. Yeah, well, you see, your boy got a little temper like you, huh? We done talking short, or you gonna keep telling me about stuff? He's like, yeah, I see it. But yeah, see, my son finally faced up to his bully, faced up to his pain. I'm not telling you to tell your sons to go stab people in with a pencil. I'm not telling you that. But I had to get my son to face his pain. What am I supposed to do? Fight for him? At 9 years old, and I'm 30. I'm 38. I'm supposed to fight for him all the time? No, no, I'm not going to do it. He had to get over that. And as the days went on, they had to see each other every day in school. So, for some reason, the teacher sat my son up front and the boy in the back. And then slowly but surely, he started moving up to get closer to my son, and they became friends. My son kept a pencil on him. Yeah, I hope y'all not getting the wrong idea, but pencil bandit, right? It was the Zorro with the pencil. But anyway, right? My son and him became friends. My son even started helping him with his math. See what I'm saying? When you when you slowly but surely start moving away from getting over your pain and pulling up that anchor, a lot of doors will open for you. And that's what happened with my son. He ended up getting a friend, a good friend too, a good friend. The boy invited him to his birthday party, and I said, "Yeah, we go over there. I know Short, so that's cool." You know, he went over to his house, which was 5 minutes away from our house, at his birthday party and stuff, and they just got cool. I let them hang out at the basketball court as long as I'm there, and you know, hell, sometimes I took them trick or treating together. I took uh, Short's son, my son, and a couple of the neighborhood kids that we knew that went to school with my sons. Took them all trick or treating, man. Their parents were cool with me. I was cool with them. So look at that. Became friends, right? So, lesson, I guess the simplest thing to say is you carry your pain if you want, because the weight of it will hold you in place. And you can blame people all you want. One day you could only go to the well so much before it run dry. And that's your soul I'm talking about. You could only lie to your soul so much before it rejects you. What I mean by reject you is you wake up in pain every day, and the doctors can't figure it out. You know why they can't figure it out? Because it's spiritual, not physical. That's why they can't figure it out. They call it stress. No, 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 no. That's just how it manifests itself. But you know why you in pain and you're passing out and this, that, and the third. You don't deal with your pain. Your pain could be your wife. Deal with it. Your pain could be your husband. Deal with it. Your pain could be your mother-in-law. Definitely deal with it. Your father-in-law. Deal with that Bama. Deal with it. It could be your job. Put in your 2 weeks. After, find another one. Put in your 2 weeks. Put in that 2 weeks and go on about your business. Okay? So the pain could be the fact that you want to be further ahead in life. That's just a mindset change. That's no billionaire is really smarter than any of us. They have a certain mindset. There's a book called The Billionaire Millionaire Mindset. There's another book called From the Trash Man to the Cash Man by Myron Golden. I'm looking at this one right now that I'm going to read. Right, Power Broker by Damon Johns. Right, and I think there's one called The Manifesto of Power, which I'm going to get around to reading. But here goes the book, From the Trash Man to the Cash Man. Definitely check that book out. I'm basically done with that book, right? So definitely check it out. And here, I bought this, but I haven't cracked it yet. But here's another one: Positive Minds, Healthy Heart. You know why I got that. So yeah, I mean, if you indulge in other things, sometimes you just have to. Even if you start walking, walking will definitely open up your mind, man. Because you have to focus when you walk. Because there's traffic and you got to watch your surroundings. So I don't give a damn where you in. If you're in the north, south, city, county, you have to pay attention to your surroundings. I don't care if you think there's no crime in your area. Pay attention to your surroundings. So that helps you to focus. You know, that's all we did when we were in the Bronx. We used to just walk. We'd walk from, you know, Allerton Avenue to 235th. We'd walk to Fordham Road. Excuse me. All of that. Right? You know, why I put that candy in my mouth, but like I need fresh breath while I'm talking to you. Anyway, walking, I could testify, helped me out a lot. The first thing it'll do, you have to stay focused when you walk. You can't be getting tired halfway because your ass got to walk home. You have to focus to walk. You have to focus to come back. You can't be doing the whole, oh, I'm tired halfway through because guess what? You still got to walk the other half back. So if you walk 2 miles like I do or 3 miles like I do, then you're like, man, I'm tired. Guess what? You got them 3 miles to walk back. Unless you want to be just a half-ass and call an Uber, but it ain't gonna accomplish nothing for you but spending money, right? Okay then. So don't do it. And there's other things you could do too. Like I said, I used to perform. Like I used to be a spoken word artist, so that made me read a lot. So I used to read. I just picked and choose what I wanted to read. Like that's how I found out. I was a big fan of Langston Hughes, and one of his works is Jess, just like the name, Jess Be Simple. Go check that work out. The works. Go check that out. Is what he spells simple, Semple. Check that out. That's a great, great read right there. Somebody needs to turn that into a period piece movie. I don't know just the person to do it. The brother who did Sinners and Bill Duke need to get together and put that movie together because that's the type of movie that Bill Duke would love to do. I know it. My brother would love to do it too if he ever read the book. It's Just Be Simple by Langston Hughes. And then I read The Dream and the Nightmare. It was a contrast and comparison between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You know, I read that book back in the day and so many more. So many more. I read through the Bible. I had the children's Bible. I read that, right? A big old one too, which was sewn and pasted. You don't find a lot of that anymore. So I just read. I just started reading, man, because my mind was just like very convoluted. And because I'm creative, my mind never shuts up. I learned how to control it now. But before, when I was younger, I couldn't get it to shut up. That's why I didn't sleep a lot at night. I couldn't focus. Just blah 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 blah. I would be quiet. You wouldn't hear me talking at all, but my mind would be like, and so I had to learn how to control it so I could write. I had books and books of songs and poems and just recipes, just everything. Couldn't shut myself up, but it helped. Writing helped with whatever pain I was going through at the time. You know, man, I feel good today. You know, I just got, even though I haven't slept since I've been up since 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Let's be fair. I got some energy on me today. Good Lord is like saying you got something to say today, so say it. Be you. You know, speak it. Laugh at yourself. Laugh with others. Give whatever you got, and just put it out there. This is what you turn this thing on to do, isn't it? Yeah. Feel good. I don't have any pressure. None. Don't got no fancy cameras. No, don't need diamonds. Don't need pearls. As long as I got you, I am the king of the world. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay. I definitely am not Eddie Kane, nor am I Bass, the brother Bass, who was on the blacklist for the remainder of his career. For the next couple of decades, I guess. Love that part. I remember there was a scene in the Five Heartbeats that always stuck to me, and this is when Eddie Kane was hanging out with Red's boy, when Silky here to do Red's enforcer, I guess, right? And he was just all in the house, just all in public, just and then Baby Doll, his girlfriend, came up and said, Eddie, Eddie, don't you think you should chill out? You shouldn't be doing that in front of the company. And Red's boy looked at her and I looked at Eddie like, Eddie, don't you think you should control your woman? And he looked at her and said, baby, I'm all right. I'm just having a little fun. He said, she said, Eddie, use an ashtray or something. Eddie will just stop. He turned to her and said, the whole world an ashtray to Eddie Kane. Is that what is that what you want? You want the whole world to be your ashtray? Like Eddie Kane Jr.? Huh? The whole world is an ashtray to Eddie Kane. Flash your head years later. Oh, Eddie, Baby Doll stuck by his side through thick and thin. Or they got back together, one of the two. And he up there singing, I feel like going on. Oh, the road. Somebody need to help me out. But old Duck was in the church like, go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead, Eddie. Choir boy smiling, right? Then they went to the cookout. Why am I telling you the story about the movie? I don't know, but follow along. So they go to the cookout after that, and then the four heartbeats. The four brothers are singing together, and he's Duck is like, "Come on over here, Eddie." And he's like, "Nah, ain't nobody wanna. Don't nobody wanna, sing with old Eddie Kane." And Bass, who was the one that beat him up for getting their manager killed by Red, was like, come on over, Eddie." Cause he beat Eddie ass for getting that man killed. And Eddie was like slowly, and they would start joking like, Eddie's the one that couldn't dance. I didn't have to dance. I'm Eddie Kane. So I guess the long and short of that story is you got to go through it to get to that happy point. It might take a bit, but that first step is your first step to your blessing. That very first step away from pain, and you just keep walking, is your first step into your blessing. You say, but Troy, I mean, what do you? How do you know? Do I look like I don't know anything about pain? Hmm? Look at me. Look at my pretty brown eyes. Go ahead, look. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Do I look like I don't know anything about pain? Broken jaw, broken leg, broken collarbone. I had a hand in all of that, or a foot, and a jaw. Don't fight two people at the same time. Don't jump up when you're fighting someone taller than you. Okay, then. See, I had a hand in all of that. Every bone I broke, I had a hand in it. My corporal tunnel, all the gout I ever got because my eating habits. Corporal tunnel was because I just was a workaholic and I was always on the computer at work. And flipped my car, my truck 3 times. I had 2 jobs, three, 3 jobs. I had one full time and 2 part time. So I was never off. There's no day that I was off. If I was off from the full time, I worked both the part times, or if I was off from the part time, I worked the full time. So I was never off. I caused myself the pain until finally I decided to let the part time go and just had to live off the full time. That was a step to my glory because you know what? I started making more money because I could focus now and I was making a commission. So I'd get my paycheck. Sometimes my commission would be 3,000, 2,500, 1,500. But you see, the money started coming in when I stopped blocking my own blessings. Ta-da. You know? But what would have happened if I would have kept doing those 2 part-time jobs, being hard-headed? I would have died. Me flipping that truck at 2 in the morning was just a warning. This is a warning. The brother John Rule said, this is a warning. I tell you, I tell you. So I got my warning and I listened for once. I listened. Got rid of them 2 part-time jobs, man. They were killing me. I really wasn't even doing one of them because I worked at a rental car place at the airport. That was the full-time job. They had me down at the base. They until I gave up. Okay, and then I was just driving the cars at first, and then I had a part-time job as a sky cap early in the morning. Then they had me, as a maintenance person in the bathroom. Which I'm gonna tell you something. All I did was go into the stall and went to sleep. I didn't clean no toilets. I went to sleep in on the toilets. I would go to different tiers, C, B, just even though I was only supposed to be on tier B. I'm going to C because I need some sleep. What are they gonna do? Follow me in the bathroom? Man, they would eventually fired me. You know, and then before that, I had another part-time job at Babies R Us or Children's R Us, one of the two. And I was so tired one day, man, y'all. There was a pile of clothes I had to fold up in the back. I threw them damn pile of clothes over me and went to sleep. Next thing I know, the manager was looking for me because his boss was there. No, my supervisor was looking for me. Kenny Porter's right hand. What's up, brother? The supervisor was looking for me, my supervisor. His manager was there checking out his store, and the general manager was there checking out the store, but no one could find me. They were standing right in front of the pile of clothes, right? And luckily, I guess I didn't snore that time because I used to chop wood. I used to chop wood, y'all. Just horrible. So I just used to go to sleep every day. I'd throw some pile of clothes on me, and they'll pop up every now and then, sweeping or straightening up clothes, whatever or putting clothes out. Then they'd be like, "You can go on your break." That's the wrong thing to tell this brother, because I would take my break like if I'm getting off at 4, I would try and take it around 3. And if I did that, you're not seeing me again. You're not gonna see me again because I'm under them pile of clothes. Okay, I'll get up like at 3:30 or something, and all I got's a half an hour left. I didn't. No, I ain't clean no damn toilets like I told you. Sky cap I did because I got tips for that. I would get some tips with them sky cap. Some people didn't tip. Some people tipped a lot. And I was networking. I met a lot of people. Uh, the hell I got to do with pain? My 2 jobs was a pain. That's why I crashed my car. Are you not following me? Come on, keep up. So once I gave up the part-time jobs, they moved me from down at the base. I was just a transporter with the cars, taking them from the base to the airport. And one day they said, "We want you to come up to based on your resume. We're gonna put you on the front counter up at the main airport." I'm like, "That's fine." And I got trained on it. My first month, I made more sales than anyone up there. My first year, I pulled in $1 million in sales by myself. 1 year. And I was consistent in that. It was either a million or 900,000 I did every year. Did I get 900,000 in commission? No, I got 3%. So whatever 3% of the total for that month was, not for the year. I wish it was for the year, but for the month. So let's say that month I made, I don't know, 990,000, 100,000, whatever it is, right? I got 3% of that. So whatever 3% of 60,000, 100,000, whatever it is, that's what I got. And plus, I got my check, and I would do the whole overtime thing too. I'll do overtime, but my overtime was ghost overtime because I would punch out at my regular time. My buddy at work would punch me out 5, 6 hours later. He would punch out his regular time. I would punch him out 5, 6 hours later. Hey, hey, hey! You got to beat. Sometimes, you know, you got to beat. You got to beat the table, as they say. How does that saying go? The house. Sometimes the house beats you. Sometimes you beat the house. I was beating the house. We were beating the house. None of us dropped dime on each other or nothing. You know. So it was all good, man. But if I never stopped doing those two part-time jobs, I would have never been moved up to the. I shouldn't have to the front counter. They were short because I would have been asleep somewhere, and because I used to sleep in the back of the cars too, down at the right there BWI or down at base. I would park all the cars in the back. I get a quick little power nap. How they gonna find me to hire me and move me up if I'm always sleeping? So it was a blessing that I got rid of those two jobs, which equal 8 hours. Four, and four equal 8 hours. And then that pain was gone. Once that pain was moved out the way, guess what? I got my blessing over some time. And then once I didn't know what I was doing the first month. I was just being myself like I am today. But I knew how to read people. Like, don't be so damn cheap. You come up to me and you have two sky caps carrying your luggage. That's two of them cart things filled with luggage, and you want a compact car. I'm like, madam. I said, look, sir, ma'am, no, you need a caravan or an SUV. The husband was like, we'll take the SUV. Wife was like, no, because of the gas. We'll take the caravan. They were the same price. And I said, you don't know your way around. You're driving to DC. Might as well take the protection plan and the tank of gas too. So for every tank of gas you sold, you got $1. I sold 100 tanks of gas every month, so I got an extra $100. And the upgrade, you got money for that too. So one lady came and she was staying for a whole month. A whole month. She took the protection. She took which is a daily bill, and she took the gas. Her bill was $1,500. She only had 1450 on her card. I gave her a discount with AARP. I gave her another 20% discount, and it went through like nothing. $1,450 in one sale. Do you know the Bammers called me down to the office? Was like, why did you save this lady $50? Me being me, I stood up. I said, I'm gonna walk out now because they wasn't gonna fire me because I'm $1 million man. So they're not gonna fire me, even though they had a $2 million man right up there with me. But me and him together make $3 million. You're not firing us. Anyway, I stood up and said, so I made your company $1,450 in one. That was just one of my sales that night out of the 260 I did. And you complaining about $50 that I saved the lady? Then I just stood there like this. They're like, well, you go down to base. I mean, you can go back to the airport. I said, I was going to go anyway. I didn't need your permission. And they looked at me. I heard one of them behind me because they were racist. They were like, go. One of them, I heard him. It's like that. I can't stand that nigga. If he didn't make that much money, I swear to you. Yeah, well, you had to tolerate me. See, more pain. But I didn't keep throwing gasoline on the wood, as they say, or on the pain. I let them get mad. You get mad. I don't need to get mad. You get mad. I'm there making my money. Your company making money. You ain't gonna fire me as long as I don't steal or mess with any of your women at work or coming all high or anything. None of that happened. Something else happened. It's a story for another day. Long and short of it is, I faced my pain. I faced it. First thing I had to do, quit them 2 part-time jobs. The next pain was the management. I made sure I came to work early. I didn't get involved in, because there was a lot of schemes and scams you could get into in the rental car business. There was a lot of that going on. That's how counterfeit money get passed, and a lot of other things get passed as well. I wasn't involved in none of that. There was a lot of sex and counterfeit money and other things going on back then. I was involved in none of it. Car swapping and nah. Stealing cars and renting them out to people. Nah. I could have done all of that, but why? I didn't need the pain. I don't care how much money they were making. I was making money on my own merit because I'm just that nice. I'm just that nice, you know? But, you know, what more could I say? If you don't ever face it, I mean, you can't run from your own shadow, so face it. You can't run. No matter how far you run, you'll never outrun your shadow. No matter how far you run, you cannot run your own guilt, your own sorrow, and your own pain. Those are your own fear. You can't do it. You run Monday, you'll be running for the rest of your life. I'd rather have my bones broke once instead of having to face it every day. Because most time when you get into a fight like that, they're not gonna want to fight you again because they know that you're willing to go through it. Stupid me, I was willing to go through it. Not because I could fight, because I was stubborn. I'm grown now, so it's called determination. Different definition, same thing. So what you gonna do about your pain? Tell me. Whisper it in my ear. What you gonna do about it? You gonna keep blaming other people? Huh? Let me do my Denzel. You gonna keep blaming other people? Huh? Huh? That was a horrible Denzel, but it worked out for me. Oh boy. See, that's good when you're able to be as corny as me and be able to laugh at yourself. I fought my demons. I fought them. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I fought them, you know. I had my head going back like this a couple of times, and I came back with this. And Popeye said, well, well. And then brother came back with the slick jab. Back, back, back. Nothing, I had to fight it. I had to fight it. Yeah, and sometimes I was just a glutton for pain, baby. Had to fight it, though. Eventually, I had to grow up and fight it. Face it. It's not always a fight, but must face it. And look in the mirror and say, you know what? Look in the mirror. I see a great man. Look in the mirror and tell him, you have no more power over me. No more power over me. You can't shame me. You can't hold me in place. You can't make me afraid. Can't make me cry. You can't do anything. What else of power you got? I'll laugh at myself. I'll shame myself, and I'll move on with my back, my back straight, my shoulders strong, with the slow bop from the fifth flow, right? You know what you could do? Ain't nothing that you can do. Nothing. And once you tell your pain that, watch your pain wither up and die. Die! Just die. And then all you got to look forward, you set that mindset of yours, you got it off neutral now. You start shifting from one to two to three to four to five to six. In 2 years, you could be a millionaire. You could be living your dreams in 2 years. Am I a millionaire? No, because I'm still working on my mindset. Too much clutter up in this joint. But I'm honest enough to tell you that. Will I be a millionaire? 100%. When? That's not your business. That's on me. Hold me to the letter of my words. You know how y'all doing here? I want to shame people. You ain't gonna be shit. Shame, try and shame me. Go ahead. Now make me work harder. I love it. I love it when you call me Shame Papa. I love it. Why you kill my Uncle Charles, y'all? Why? AKA my dream. So that being said, I want to say something. My granddaughter birthday in a few days, y'all. Actually, yeah, her birthday's in a few days, but she have her mother for some reason are having a party today. I won't be there, but I'll see her when I do get to Baltimore. I'll be there. Go see the heartbeat of my soul, my grandbaby. She's the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl in the world, man. That's right, I said beautifulest. Like Keith Murray. Did you know he was my cousin? That's my cousin. Actually, Bobby Brown cousin. But yeah, the most beautifulest thing in the world is my granddaughter. Damn, damn, damn. So I'm gonna go see her and pop up. Go take her shopping. And she gonna try and run pop up ragged. That's all she do when she see me. Just try to run me till I'm tired and out of money. Neither one of that gonna happen this time. I'm taking her to this black-owned thrift store in Baltimore. Right? Everything in there is good quality, and everything in there is $10 or $20. She could pick out what she want. She said, "Papa, I can pick out what I want." Yeah, you can't get them boots. You can't wear them, but your mama can. You can't wear them boots. You ain't wearing them boots, girl. Put them back. No, no. Now you can't wear that either. You ain't your auntie. Put that back. Okay? You know. Now, let's go find you a doll or a Bible. You little Bible? My loving little girl, man. Yeah. So anyway, I want to get away from the pain talk and talk about my grandbaby because hell, I only got 7 minutes left. Well, 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I want to talk about something happy. Can't keep dancing with pain all the time. Sometimes you got to, you know. Where did I get that from? You got to. Oh, that's right, Adrian Broner. You know, I beat that boy. I beat that boy. He's another one who's in a whole lot of pain right now. I don't want to speak ill of the brother or nothing like that because all of us are one step away from being where anybody else is. So I don't want to speak ill of the brother. But he's in a whole lot of pain. And he wow, lost millions of dollars in a short amount of time too. Short amount of time. I think it's only been 10 years. How you lose millions of dollars in just 10 years? I don't know. But I would say, man, I wish happiness on that brother, man, and may he get himself back to where he should be, not where he was, because the reason why he is where he is because of where he was. So where he should be, you know. I don't wish that on anybody. Along with praying for him, I'm praying for my dad. I'm praying for my daggone self. May I reach my apex and walk the path that the good Lord has me set to walk. You know, because I deserve it. I'm gonna work hard to get there, and I will accomplish my dreams because I want to leave some powerful footprints in the sand for my children to follow. I already left, already got the house. Well, the ex-wife got the house, but still, that's one part of legacy scratched off the board, right? The next part is to leave some power, not just money or wealth, but powerful footprints that teach them how to do what I did, but don't exactly do what I did. Take what I did and take it to another level. Take what I'm going to do and take it to another level. Okay? That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to be me. I want you to surpass me. I mean, I couldn't even be your father if I didn't wish that upon you. Surpass me. Don't beat me. Don't walk in the same shoe because you can't walk in my shoes and you can't walk my path. You walk your own damn path and you surpass me. This way I could, when you see the sun shining and the rain and then there's a thunderstorm, you know your daddy is shining down on you. But he keeping you humble with the thunderstorm, let you know, hey, 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 don't get too big headed because I'm right here to knock you back into place. I am nature. I am all around you. You put your hand on that tree, you can feel my soul in it because it's in my backyard. I told him I'm getting cremated. And I want you to bury me in that backyard with some orange seeds and grow an orange tree or apple tree so every future generation can come on and pick an apple off Pop Pop's tree of life. And I will never die then. The legacy of this family will never die then, ever. As long as that tree is right there. And only you get cremated and you plant the tree if it's not in your backyard or your house, and let your grandchildren pick off there and your great grandchildren, and you just pass that legacy down the line throughout the family, and we will never die. We'll all just be reborn in one shape, form, or the other, but we will never die. We will keep this family going in a positive way forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Yeah, that's what I want. So I got some moving to do. Moving on up to the top, but not in a D. I want an only apartment building. I don't want to live in it. In a deluxe apartment, which I own. Moving on up. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. A beans don't burn on the grill. That's a lie. That's when you don't know the song. And Walona was fine. I mean, Thelma, we all know she was fine. But Walona, I couldn't take my eyes off her. I could not take. I know somebody looked like her too. Sure. I know somebody looked like Walona. Look, what I'm doing now is called filling. I'm going to log off here in a minute or so. So I'm filling up space because I don't like silence. Listen to this. I can easily just sit here for the next 57 seconds and just do. But what do you gain from that? You're just being lazy. Come on, baby. You created this podcast. You clicked on. You asked people to watch. No silence, unless there's a point to it. That's a demonstration. Because silence can be very powerful too. Listen. Can you hear me coming? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? That's Mike and the Mechanics for those of you who want to know what that song is. Oh, tell your sons and daughters that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to the song after this show. Can you? I think I'm gonna use that as my song once I get my laptop. Can you hear me running? Can you hear me? Yeah, that's right. Well, my blessed people, my experiences, I bless you. I say thank you for coming. May you continue to come and grow and share and all that wonderful blessed stuff. Hopefully, you were entertained. If not entertained, you were enjoyed it enough to stay to hear my voice and my laughter and my yawning and my me going backwards and forwards, telling stories and just talking and showing books and just having a good old time. Nah, nah, nah. Gonna have a good time. Right, right. That's right, Gilly. I took it from you. What you gonna do? Tell him I took his shit. Right. But yeah. So y'all have a blessed night, man. I really mean that. Have a productive night. Live, love, laugh, and enjoy life. Even though you ain't slept in 14 hours. It don't matter. The Lord gonna energize you. Gonna energize you. Now, when I get off here, if I'm gonna fall out, back to the bed because I'm tired. But that's okay. Y'all have a good night, man. I enjoyed myself today. Hope you enjoyed yourself. All right.